Marco Simoncelli for one final time this week. It's the last day of testing before the guys and girls behind me pack up. You can see the crates already being distributed and packed to the rafters as we head off to Austin in the Grand Prix of the Americas, which of course takes place next weekend. That starts the final 4 rounds of 2021, but the main focus here today, as yesterday, has been 2022, with a raft of new items being brought out and unveiled for the first time by MotoGP manufacturers. And most importantly, we've seen 2 MotoGP debuts take place today. Both Raul Fernandez and Remy Gardner on the Red Bull KTM Tech-Twat machine, managing to get their first laps in. Both of them doing brilliantly as well. Just over 30 laps for the pair. Raul 2.3 seconds off the pace, Remy just a little bit behind that. The lap time's completely irrelevant though, with both of them solely focusing on making sure that they're getting comfortable on the new bikes that they'll of course be riding full time in 2022. A small crash for Remy, he went down at turn 10. Rider okay though, most importantly. A few other crashes to tell you about. Enea Bastianini, he went down yesterday. He's also had another crash today at the final corner. Franco Morbidelli has had 2 crashes, one of them at turn 15. Again, rider okay, both in the part of Enea and in Franco as well. And we'll talk about the small, well not small, the big changes that we've seen on some of the bikes out there, most importantly KTM. We've seen a brand new front aero body for them, including modified wings on the front, a larger air intake, new wings on the sides as well, a completely new looking front aero that Miguel Oliveira has tried. Ducati have once again been back-to-back testing the 2 different 2022 aero packages that they've got. Honda hard at work on their 2022 RC213V as well, with both Paul Espargaro and Marc Marquez out on variations of that bike. The one 2022 prototype we haven't seen so far today, and it's a good time to bring in our guest for today, factory Yamaha boss Maio Meregali. We'll squeeze over to one side. Good to have you with us, Maio. We're saying that your 2022 prototype was seen for the first time yesterday, but doesn't look to be in the box today. Can you tell us why that might be?
No, it's still there.
It is? Okay.
Yeah, we try to hide the bike with our current fairing.
Okay, there we go. And obviously, first time for both Fabio and Franco. They said to try it yesterday. What were their first thoughts?
Yeah, but okay. First of all, the aim of our test was a double aim. The main was to try to gather more information to try to prepare Misano 2 with the current bike, and then it has been also the time to really have the first shakedown with the 2022 proto bike. For us was not really the main aim. The rider could do laps yesterday and also this morning, but so far the impression were not bad. But the job, the homework on that bike was not that big. So for our engineer, Japanese engineer, it was just really important to have more a feeling from the riding than anything else.
And as we've said earlier, Frankie, with 2 crashes today. First and foremost, is he okay after both of them? He is, that's good news.
Yeah, he is, thank you. And the first, probably he went on the throttle a bit earlier or aggressive, and he lost the front in T15. For sure, that is not one of the best places to fall down. And the other one was really weird because it was in out lap, and it was going slowly. Maybe the tire was not that warm. They are still checking, and as soon as he landed the bike and he lost the rear, and it was unfortunately a really, let's say, stupid crash that cost him time now, and we decided to stop with him, and we will restart after the break.
I guess in a weird way, and obviously you never want any of your riders to crash, but for that first crash in particular, to know that Frankie is clearly feeling comfortable with the bike, is trying to find the limit as well, is in a small way a positive thing.
Yeah, he was quite satisfied yesterday because for sure the more laps he put on the bike, better is for him. And yesterday, compared the race, he felt a better front, especially in the fast 3 corners, where he fight a bit during the race weekend. And he was more happy about the bike and a bit less about the leg, because probably the leg got really tired after the race weekend, and especially after 27 laps here. That is a place where you can't have really rest. And so also yesterday he tried to manage this physical condition, but it's, in my opinion, really important, because he's getting used and also a bit more riding with a bit more relaxed. And especially thinking about next race, it has been a good race and test weekend for him.
Well, as you said to me on Sunday, any footballer or any other sportsman, a ligament injury in the knee like that would be 6 to 9 months out. So the fact that he's back here and done 5 days of full riding on a Grand Prix bike is extremely impressive, and shows the character of who Franco Morbidelli is. On Fabio, obviously his target is the World Championship this year. You said he's been working on 2022, yep, but also 21 as well. Yep. Do you feel he's found a step forwards with the 21 bike ahead of the final 4 rounds of the year?
Yeah, this afternoon we will make some back-to-back. You know, it's never easy to improve the bike, but we found some little improvement, and we want to have a back-to-back this afternoon, because in my opinion we could do even better Sunday during the race if we were would not lose 3 seconds at the beginning of the race. It will be really important to also probably put under pressure maybe different tire compound, because for sure in 3 weeks time here the temperature will be cooler. And yesterday, I mean, Sunday we used the hard front and the medium rear. We might be that for the next race we have to go 1 step softer front and rear, and it's there where we are working for the most in this moment.
And just finally, Mayo, as well, we understand that Cal Crutchlow is going to be back in action. Is it next week, or this coming weekend, sorry, in Aragon?
Yeah, exactly.
His plan, I imagine, is going to be fully focused on the 2022 bike, possibly a further step forward than what we've seen here in Misano?
Yeah, Cal is testing on the 30th and 1st of October. Basically, the 2022 bikes we are here will be shipped to Aragon, where he will start testing there, and also from there he will move to Jerez for another 3-day test. And for sure, the more information we can gather in this different circuits, better is for our engineer. And especially in Aragon, because we have a reference from last race, so at least we can start with from a good base.
He hinted at us in Aragon that he's going to be back for one final time this year in the MotoGP World Championship as a wild card. Will that be in Valencia?
Carly?
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
Last race is always very difficult, and honestly, to have a wild card it could be even more difficult for us. And the plan for him is to go testing again in RF, probably a few days before the IRTA test, and then also during the IRTA test.
So no further wild cards for Cal?
At the moment he play already his card.
That is a shame, because we do like having Cal in the paddock, and I'm sure you do as well. But thank you for your time, Mayo.
You're
Great
welcome.
to see you've got the 2022 bike here, and we wish you the best of luck, and hopefully you'll be celebrating at the end of 2021.
I don't say anything.
Fingers crossed. You don't want to say anything.
You know, some better do not say anything.
Exactly.
And wait that moment.
Don't want to curse it. Good luck anyway.
Thank
you
you
very much
Thank you
for
very
your
much.
time. Mayo Merigali, their factory Yamaha team boss. Very kind of him to come and speak to us during the lunch break here in Misano. So we'll do a quick wrap up then, because this is the last time we're going to speak to you here from Misano. An exciting test with a lot of 2022 parts being unveiled for the very first time from Ducati, as we've said. New aero for them, a new chassis here as well, KTM, new front aero. We've seen Aprilia with new wings on the bike, Honda with a brand new RC213V. I saw someone yesterday just asking, why isn't it called the RC214V, because it's a brand new machine. Well, that only changes when the characteristic of the engine, or sorry, the capacity of the engine changes. So when we moved from the 800 to the 1000, that's when it changed. So as we're still remaining as is, it will remain as the RC213V, but it certainly looks a lot different to what you're used to. Mayo confirming that Yamaha have had their 2022 prototypes here. Suzuki, we've seen a new chassis from them. They've been trying their 2022 engine as well, plus some modified aero. And I think that's just about everyone, is it? We've mentioned Ducati, Yamaha, Suzuki, KTM, Aprilia, and I'm forgetting one more. KTM, of course, we've mentioned them. So we're all good. All 6 manufacturers. Full steam ahead for 2022, which is extremely exciting. Don't forget you can go to MotoGP.com to get a full roundup at the end of the day, where we'll also be speaking to, for the very first time, both Ralph Fernandez and Remy Gardner after their MotoGP debuts. One of our cameramen managed to get into the box when both of them landed after their first runs out, and he whispered in my ear. The first word from both of them was simply, wow. And I think it'd be the same for you guys as well if you got your first try on a MotoGP bike. Thank you very much for joining us. As I said, don't forget to head to MotoGP.com for a full roundup at the end of the day.